Oh, yeah, I'm there. This meeting has been recorded. Continue. So Bill's name is up, my name is up. Bill is connecting to audio. Interesting. I'm on mute.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Can you guys just confirm whether you can hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
I can. I can.
I can't hear you guys.
Hello?
All right, just another time, guys, if you guys can hear me all good.
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Now I can hear you. Perfect. Awesome. We might just wait a couple more minutes in case there's a few latecomers. Otherwise, welcome to what I'm assuming you guys' first session. Did anyone get the recordings from last week's?
I got one. I've viewed one.
Okay, cool.
It's been a bit busy, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Does anyone have any questions before we get started today?
No.
No? Cool. I have a question. Have you guys received your TheraBands yet?
Yes, I have.
You have? Awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
No worries, all good. So
Yep.
we won't, awesome, perfect. We won't always need them, but it's always good to have nearby just in case when we do. I'll let you know when to grab them. And do you guys have access to any kind of like additional weights, whether that being dumbbells or say water bottles or anything like that?
I have dumbbells.
Cool. Okay. It's not necessary to have. I'll give options for when you can add extra weight and when not to, and it's completely up to you guys as well. Awesome. Well, we might get started. I do recommend if you feel comfortable and have access to a camera, I would love to see you guys' face.
Okay, my camera light is on, but I can't see myself up on the screen, yes. I can only see you and I can't see the other two guys either. Oh, there's
Doug.
There's Doug.
Perfect. It just really helps me, like when we're going through the exercises, if anyone does have a question about the movement, it just helps kind of like guide me through my cues and instructions. That makes it a little bit easier for you guys to understand, just in case I'm not kind of getting it right for each person.
Just start video. Oh, there we go.
Awesome. And then the only other thing is I never introduced myself. So I'm Savannah. So I'm one of the exercise physiologists at Healthy Connections that will be taking a few of the videos, but I'm sure you'll meet some other people along the way. And at the end of the session, we will do a little bit of education. So hopefully you guys have had a chance to read through just the first kind of headings in the workbook. If not, we can still have a quick chat about it at the end. And I feel like I'm missing something. I think that's all. When we're just going through the workout, I might just mute everyone except for myself, just so it doesn't kind of get confusing if there's any background noise coming through. But if you have any questions, by all means, just unmute yourself, kind of shout out whatever the question is, and we can kind of go through it from there. And then pretty much just work at your own pace, do whatever feels comfortable. I'll try and provide as many options as possible per exercise. But yeah, you're welcome to take breaks at any point, but I'll try and take breaks throughout as well. So we'll kind of you can choose your own intensity essentially. Awesome, perfect. So I might just, any last minute questions? Well, good. So we'll move into a warm up then. I'll just mute you guys. Oops, perfect. And then I'll just move back so you can see me fully. Awesome. So if you have just a little bit of space, we will do some standing stuff. And we also will probably need a chair at some point, potentially, depending on some of the workouts. And then other things to have kind of close by is a water bottle, your TheraBand, and any additional weights if, just in case you choose to use them in the workout. If you find something's a bit easy, you can kind of grab those things and make it a little bit harder. And I'll show you the correct technique for both things anyway. So if you guys feel ready to jump up, we're going to start with a warm-up. So just in a standing position, we're going to start with some walking on the spot. So just kind of nice and easy to start off with. Good. If you feel like you want to get a little bit of upper body involved too, you can kind of add it in your arm swing to make it a little bit more kind of real life, I suppose. Awesome. Keep going, guys. Now we're going to move into some shadow boxing. So I like to go into a little bit of a split stance, so 1 foot forward and 1 foot a little bit back, so I feel a little bit more balanced. And when we're going to go into just air punching, just straight ahead. Trying to make sure, I'll probably say this a lot throughout the kind of workout, just making sure we're trying to engage our tummy muscles. So drawing in and up with our pelvic floor, and then kind of tensing through our stomach. Excellent. All right, next, relaxing your arms down by your side. We're going to start with some step taps, so that's just side to side tapping. And in a moment, we're going to add in just a small squat. So what that looks like is we're actually going to go a little bit lower to have a bit of a bend in our knees. So if I turn side on, you'll see that I'm kind of squatting down just a little bit. And this kind of starts to work our legs a little bit more. So you can stay facing the camera, but I'll just turn side on from time to time, just so you can see exactly what my body is doing. Just makes it a little bit clearer and helpful for you guys. Good, few more. And 3, 2, 1. Coming together, just finishing now with big shoulder width apart. We're going to take our hands out to the side and do little circles with our arms. Good. And then changing directions. Good. So try not to let your wrists come above shoulder height. You want to try and keep them parallel with your shoulder. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Relaxing your arms. And now we're going to go into a high knee march. So lifting our knee much higher than we did when we were walking on the spot. So you can either have your hands on your hips, that'll make it a little bit harder to balance, or you can add your arms in for a little bit more upper body as well. Good. Three, 2, 1. All right, this time we're going to go into a forward step, little squat down, and then we're going to step back. So it's kind of like a box step. So 2 steps forward, good, coming down, and bring both feet back. Little squat. Forward step, down, backward step. Good, we're going to go through all these exercises a second time. Just so you don't feel like you're doing it. Good. Almost there, guys. Good, and stopping there. Last one for this round is fast feet. So kind of like our walking on the spot, only we're trying to shuffle a little bit faster. So you want to try and do that fast feet shuffle on the spot. Again, you can add in your arms if you would like. Trying to control your breath. So if you're starting to feel a little bit puffed at this point, try and make them nice long breaths still and try to avoid short, sharp breaths. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Stopping there. Everyone feeling okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you are, thumbs down if you're not. Awesome, perfect. So we're going to move through a second round of those exercises and then our warm-up will be finished. So we're going to go back to our walking on the spot. So this time we're trying to increase the intensity a little bit, raise our heart rate up before we move into our strength stuff. Good. 10 seconds of walking. 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to move into our boxing. So that's our air punches. Good. Fifteen seconds to go. Nice work, guys. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And now we're moving into our side taps. So we're going down into a little bend in our knees, so a little squat. And then moving to a depth that you feel comfortable. And then we're doing side tap. Tap. Good. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Moving into our arm circles. Good. Remembering to try and keep your wrists below your shoulder height. Good. 15 seconds left of arm circles. Just swapping directions. And 3, 2, 1. Arms down by the side into our hind march. Right, guys. Both those arms, try and get your knee as high as you can. And 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to move into our forward step, squat, backward step, squat. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Finishing with our fast feet on the spot. All right, guys, 10 seconds left and then we'll have a little break. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Nice work, guys. Grab a drink if you would like. We're going to move into some strength exercises. So now this will be more kind of monitored by reps. And this is where we can increase, add in the weights for therapy if we have them. So grab a drink if you'd like. We'll just have a nice little break. I'm going to grab So for this next exercise, I like to have a chair. So if you guys have a chair there that preferably isn't on wheels so it doesn't escape from you in the moment you need it the most. I like to use it as kind of like a little bit of an indication of how deep my squat needs to be. And it's also a little bit of a safety net. So if you do kind of feel like you're going to lose your balance, you just fall back into the chair, into the seated position, and not all the way down to the ground. Not that you guys are going to lose balance. So the first one we've got is a goblet squat. So I like to do it with a dumbbell. You only need one. So if you guys have that, otherwise you can definitely do it without or anything weighted, really. And we're just holding the dumbbell at our chest height. So you can hold it just by the top kind of little thing. You can hold it side on, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to keep that dumbbell at chest height. And we're going to place our feet shoulder width apart or hip width apart. And we're going to point our toes out a fraction. So if I'm standing straight, my toes are going to go out just a fraction, because that's going to be the way that our knees track as we squat down. So I'm going to turn side on just so you can see me kind of set up. And then from here, we're going to squat down. We're not actually going to sit down. We're just going to touch our chair, and then we're going to come back up. And let's do another 9 of those. Down, and then coming back up. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, just having a little rest there. You can pop your dumbbell down. So we're going to move through 3 sets of that. So 2 more now after that one. And we'll just have like a short rest before we move into that second set. Everyone okay with that exercise? Good. Perfect. Nice little breather. Also, when it comes to breathing with exercise, we recommend that you try and kind of breathe in on the easy movement and then breathe out on that harder movement. So in the squat, it would be a breath in as you're going down, and then when you're down here, you're going to breathe out to push yourself back up. So in this next set, I really encourage you to just try and think about your breathing and making sure that it's kind of in time with the movement. So we'll move into our second set of 10 now. So nice deep breath in, breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, just have a little rest now. So on this next one, we want to try and think about our core. So with every exercise that we do, we're going to have our core engaged. And we want to try and keep it engaged because it's one of our key kind of mechanisms that help us obviously stand up, but it also helps protect our lower back. So if we have a nice strong core, we're not arching too much to the back and not putting our kind of like lower back under too much stress. So on this next set, now that we've got our breathing down pat, I want you to try and draw your pelvic floor up. So that might be that feeling or sensation of drawing your pelvic floor up. It's kind of like trying to stop the flow of urine. So we want to kind of try and draw that up, stop that flow, and then from there we should feel kind of like our lower abs tense, and then from there we're trying to hold that while we're also breathing. So keeping that kind of tense core movement, and still want to take a deep breath in and breathing out on the way up. That's 6, 4 left, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Excellent work, guys. Just have a little rest. For this next one, we won't need the chair, but I recommend having it nearby just in case if you do feel a bit wobbly. You can kind of pop your arm on the top of the chair as just a way to kind of support you if you do feel a bit wobbly. And this one, we're going to have 2 dumbbells this time. So it's a bit of a dual kind of tasking exercise. So the first part of the exercise is a calf raise. And what that is just kind of lifting your heels so that you kind of come up onto your toes, holding it, and then bringing your heels back to the ground. It's kind of a little bit hard to see just my feet doing that movement. But that's what we're trying to do. And then while we're doing that, at the same time, we're going to try and do a bicep curl, which is just kind of bending at the elbows, bringing your palms up towards your shoulder, and then coming back down. So as we go up onto our toes, we're lifting our dumbbells up to our shoulders, and then as we're coming down, we're kind of bringing them back down. So we're going to go through 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Good. All right. Just popping your dumbbells down. While we're having a little rest from that exercise, I'm just going to show you how to do a calf stretch. So you might want to just use the back of your chair. All it is putting one foot back, one foot forward, but you only want to put your back foot as far back as you can still kind of get your heel down to the ground. And what you should be feeling is a little bit of a stretch to that lower part of your leg. And if you're not, you might just need to take a little bit more of a step back. And if that's still not working, that's fine. You probably might not be as tight in that area, and that's good. And we'll just swap sides. So shooting the other leg back. And coming back together. We might move into our second set of calf raises and bicep curls. So just grabbing the dumbbells again. And we're going to go into another set. So palms facing towards the camera. And as we go up, lifting those palms to your shoulders and bringing them back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, just a little rest there, just do a few ankle rolls. Hopefully your calves are feeling okay. We've got one more set of 10. Whew, nice deep breath. And let's go again. So taking palms, facing them away, and then up onto our toes. And coming back. Nine. Last one. And 10. Good. Just pop your dumbbells down. Feel free to grab a drink of water if you would like. I will just have a short rest before we move into our next exercise. All right. So for our next exercise, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can use your dumbbells again. But if it is a little bit difficult, that's all good. We can kind of ditch the dumbbells and just use your arms as well. That will still be quite challenging. So I'll just show you first without dumbbells, and then you can choose to kind of add them in if you would like. So what it is you will need a little bit of space out to the side. So from a nice standing position, hip width apart, we're going to take our right leg back and we're going to do a little lunge. So what that looks like from this direction is step back and then our back knee kind of bends down towards the ground, but not all the way. So when we do that, we're going down, we're actually going to bring our arms up to the side and come together. And we're going to alternate. So on the side again, stepping back, arms coming out, swapping feet, arms coming out. So we can do the first round without dumbbells, and then you can choose to add them for the second round or not. And we're going to do 10. So swapping sides. 1, 2, 3. Only bending down as far as you feel comfortable. 4. And if you're getting any pain, just stopping before that pain kind of kicks in. 7, 8, 9. And last one, 10. Good. Shaking out the legs. You can do a couple of shoulder rolls as well. Nice deep breath, and we'll have a little rest before we move into the second round. So you can choose to add dumbbells if you would like. Just making sure that you feel comfortable lifting them up out to the side. Good job. Awesome. All right, let's move into our second round. So starting with our right leg, we'll go back. 1, 2, 3. Remember to try and draw in those core muscles. Making sure that we're not arching to the back when we're down low or when we lift our arms. And one more. Excellent. Shoulder rolls out again. Nose down. Nice deep breath. Try and kind of control your breath. And we've got one more round before we move into the next exercise. All right, let's go with our last round. So feel free to grab those dumbbells again if you would like, and we're just going to do our last set of 10. So when you guys are ready, let's go down for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice work, guys. Well done. You can pop down your dumbbells now. Feel free to grab a quick drink. And the next exercise is a little bit of a wall push-up. But I just want to see if you guys have space or a bit of plain wall that you can use. If not, give me a thumbs down. But yeah, that would work. So we're actually going to do a narrow one, so that actually works really well. So we're going to keep our hands together. And when we do it, we're going to bring our feet away from the wall just a fraction, so that we're on a little bit of an angle. And you want to try and keep your body like a plank from like kind of your neck down to your toes. Unfortunately, I've got this railing here. So what it will look like is you're on a little bit of an angle like this with your arms against the wall. And then you're going to bend your elbows so that your chest comes closer to the wall. And then you're going to come out. So you just need to put your hands against the wall. Yeah. And then you're going to try and lower your chest in towards the wall, so bending your elbows and then pushing away. So your breathing would be breathe in as you lower towards the wall and breathing out as you push away. Good, just bringing your wrists down so that they're in line with your shoulders. Good, and moving through 10 of those. So there's 5 left. Good. 7. 8. 9. And last one, 10. Good, excellent work. Standing back up, shake your arms out. I'll see if I can kind of try and do them on the next one. All right, did that feel okay, everybody, or did you not have as great of a space to do it? Good. Perfect. All right, we might just go through one more set of 10 of those, so we'll only do the 2 rounds. So when you guys are ready, reposition yourself on the wall. So I'm kind of facing away, but you need to put your hands back up in the center to show the wall, lowering that chest down and pushing away. So let's go for another 10. So hands on the wall, lowering down and pushing back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, nice work, guys. Shaking out those arms. All right, so we're going to go for one more leg exercise and then we're going to stretch. So just grabbing your dumbbells again. Sorry, not your dumbbells, your chairs. So we'll just practice with just our chair first. And what we're going to do is try a little bit of a single leg squat. So I like to start seated. And what we're going to do is keep our right leg close to us, like where we've got it already sitting. We're going to move our left foot a little bit further away, so it's a little bit out of reach. From here, we're going to push predominantly through our right leg to help us stand up. And then from there, we're going to only try and use our right leg to sit us back down on the chair. So the split between our legs is we're going to be using our right leg 80% And we're only going to use our left leg about 20%. So most of it should be going through that right leg. We're going to just try 5 of those. So when you guys are ready, pushing through your right leg and standing up. Good. And then coming back down, trying to use just that right leg. Good. Let's go for 4 more. 2, 3, and 4. Good. All right, swapping now. Awesome. Good work. I think I just counted wrong. Sorry about that. We're going to move so that our left leg is closer to us now. So we're going to do 5 on our left side. And we're going to put our right leg a little bit further away. So now it's 80% going through our left leg and 20% going through our right leg. And from here, we're just going to do the same thing and do 5 on our left side. So nice big push up off the left leg. 1. Coming back down to your chair. 2. 3. 4. And last one. 5. Nice, guys. All right, we might move into some stretches and then we'll have a little bit of a chat before we wrap up. So just trying to do, actually while we're seated on the chair, we'll do a hamstring stretch. So what that looks like is sitting on the edge of your chair. So you might want to wiggle your bum forward towards the edge. We're going to put one leg out straight and point your toes up towards the roof. And trying to almost bring your toes back towards you. From here, we're just going to slide our right hand down our leg, just until you feel a little bit of a pull, kind of at the back of your leg, maybe a little bit behind your knee. And holding there just for a few seconds now, trying to deep breathe and relax into that stretch as much as possible. Of course, if you're not really feeling a stretch, you can try and reach down towards your toes a little bit more. But if you are, just try and hold it where it feels comfortable enough. All right, so on your next deep breath out, you're going to come back up, and we're going to swap to the other side. Good, and then same thing. Toes up towards the roof, sliding your left hand down your leg while you're trying to keep it straight. So if you bend your knee, you won't get as much of a stretch. So trying to keep your knee straight, trying to keep your toes pointing up towards the roof, and sliding forward as far as you can. Good, coming back up. We'll go one more time each side, so putting that right leg back out straight, toes up to the roof, and slide it forward. And deep breath coming back up, and last time on the other leg. Good, all right, coming back up. Now placing feet just underneath your knees so you're in a nice seated position. We're going to go arms across your chest and we're going to do some nice thoracic rotations. So that's keeping your hips nice and still on the chair, and we're going to twist kind of through our mid back. Just nice little flows from side to side. So you want to try and twist as if you're turning around behind you. That's it. Good, and relaxing there. And also we're just going to do a couple of neck stretches. So just trying to bring your right earlobe down to your right shoulder. So kind of bending at the neck. And you should feel that stretch down your left side. Coming back up to neutral and going left earlobe to left shoulder. Trying to keep your shoulder down and away from the neck. We'll go one more time each side. So go flow back over to the right side. For a deeper stretch, try and, like I said, push that shoulder, shoulder away. And last time on the left side. Good. All right, we'll just go back into standing and we'll do one more calf stretch like I showed you earlier. So just using the back of your chair, stepping one foot back. And stretching like so. Nice deep breath. And then swapping feet. You can bend your front leg, but try and keep the back leg straight. Awesome, coming up. Perfect, well done, guys. Is the exercise part done? We do have a few minutes now, just in case anyone wanted to ask any questions about either the workout or the information from your workbook. If you guys just unmute yourselves, oops, I think I can, and then you can kind of chat freely. Perfect. How are you guys feeling after that?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So do you guys?
Yeah, I feel it in my legs, so they got to work out.
That's good. Yeah, it was a little bit more like kind of dominant, which is all good. And that kind of brings me to the topic actually of what we were going to discuss this week, which is in your workbook under which it's kind of like on the 4th page, and it's called DOMS. And what DOMS stands for is that delayed onset of muscle soreness. So every time we kind of exercise, especially if it's new exercise or something you haven't done in a long time, there's a good chance the next morning and for the even the second morning afterwards, you might feel like you have muscle soreness, which is what the DOMS is. And basically it's just kind of, it's just exercise related. And it's because in a lot of exercises, there's this component called eccentric, which means we're lengthening our muscles under load, which kind of makes our muscles stretch out a little bit more than what they are used to doing. And so because of that, that's why we get that soreness. So typically it kind of lasts up to about 72 hours. So sometimes some people say it gets worse on the second day after exercise. Some don't feel it at all. Everyone's kind of experience is different. But there is a little bit of information, like I said, at the start of that page, at the bottom of page 4. And you can kind of flip over it and it kind of goes into more detail about what the symptoms are, what causes it, what it is exactly, and kind of different treatment options as well. So I'm happy for you guys to kind of like read through that. If you have any questions, I believe Michaela will be running the Thursday exercise session. So she will be happy to answer any questions about it. If nothing, if it's not really making sense or you're still a little bit confused. Have you guys had a chance to look at sarcopenia though?
Look at what, sorry?
Sarcopenia, which is one of our first kind of discussion points. It's all good if you haven't. I do recommend you guys just to have a flick through your workbook though, because at the end of every session, we will try and do a little bit of education. And it's a really good opportunity for you guys to kind of ask one of us as exercise professionals a little bit more about each of these things. And that just helps you kind of become a little bit more, I suppose, knowledgeable about what they are and how you can try and prevent it or kind of reverse things or whatever it might be. Yeah. So, all right. Well, if there's no other questions, we might wrap up for today. But have a look at those 2 kind of discussion topics in your work booklet. And I think, Michaela can talk about it a little bit more in depth on Thursday.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome. Really good work today, guys. Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. So are you normally on every Tuesday, are you?
Sorry, what was that? It just kind of cut out.
Oh, are you normally doing it every Tuesday and another person does it on the Thursdays?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be definitely every Tuesday. Sometimes I might be on the Thursday as well. It kind of just depends on which staff member is available.
Sure.
So one of the recordings last week was Maddie. You might have seen that one. And I took the Thursday one last week. But yeah, I just happened to be on Tuesday this week.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so there'll be a few regulars though. You won't get so many different people, but or you might meet the whole team, but everyone's really good and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, excellent. Thanks very much. Okay.
Thanks guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.